Hello everyone. I know I already posted a video by Mr. Pinkster House about how to do week 2's assignment, but there's a different way that I do multiplying polynomials that I want to show you all how to do. I hope this video catches you all well. I hope you're all doing well. I want to thank all of you who have already reached out and responded to me via email. I also want to thank all of you that have your work done. If you have not responded to that email from me or a comment I've left on Google Classroom, please do so sometime here soon to help me out. And as I said, I just want to show you another way you can multiply polynomials that might work better for some of you. For some of you, you might like the other way better. It's completely up to you. All right, so without further ado, here we go. All right, most of the time when we have polynomials, we have something in parentheses. Let's say thing A plus thing B in our first set of parentheses. In our second set of parentheses, we could have one term. We could have 2, 3, 4, 5, however many we really want. It wouldn't change. I'm going to go 2 and 2 for this first one. All right, so we have A plus B in the first one. Let's say the second one is C, but let's say minus D in our second set of parentheses. All right, and as you'll see if you watch Mr. Pinkster House's video, is that he would say FOIL. So you take the first one times the first, take the first two and multiply them. You take the outer 2 and multiply them, the inner 2, the last 2. All right, and for a lot of people that works. But I want to show you another way that might be easier for some of you. All right, and I call this way, it's called the box method. So this first thing, I have one thing and two things. So I have two things. So I'll make 2 rows to a box. Top row is A, bottom row is whatever B is. All right, then to finish my box, I go this way, and I have 1, 2 things there. So I have 1, 2. All right, thing 1 is C, thing 2 is D. All right, then we just multiply. So I take A times C goes here, A times D goes here, B times C goes here, B times D goes there, and then what I do is off to the side is I have, let me color code this first. So AC I'm going to have yellow. All right, AD is going to be orange. All right, we're going to have BC be red. And we're going to have BDB, I think, purple. All right, then after I do all that, I just come over here and I have A times C plus A times D plus B times C and plus, do I have more room over there? Nope. I don't think I do. B times D. All right, so just take each part of the inside, so the yellow part, plus the orange box, plus the red box, plus the purple box. All right, and just add them all together. All right, if there are like terms over there, I have to combine them. If they're not like terms, then I don't combine them. Kind of like what we did last week. All right, so how this works in examples is I got 3 examples down here. All right, this first one doesn't correspond with anyone that's in Mr. Pinkster House's video. It's just one that I wanted to show you what to do. All right, so this first one, I have one thing. Notice it's not even in parentheses, but I could put parentheses here. And we'll do that in a separate color. All right, and that's one thing. So my first box over here is just going to be 2x squared. I have one thing there. All right, the second set of parentheses has 2 things. So when I come out this way, I'm going to have 2 boxes. I'm going to have a 4x cubed and a negative 5x. All right, I have both of those. All right, now I just multiply 2x squared times 4x cubed. 2 times 4 is 8. And if you look at the exponent rules in the other video, x squared times x cubed is just going to be x. Well, since we're multiplying, I add the exponent. So 2 plus 3 is 5. All right, the other one, 2 times negative 5, negative 10. X squared times x is, well, 2 plus there's a little 1 up there. So negative 10x cubed. So then I come out to the side, or in this case, I'm going to do it underneath. My answer is going to be 8x to the 5th minus 10x cubed. And that's all I got. All right, that one plus that one, or in this case, since it's negative, it's minus. All right, so that first type of example, there's only one thing out there. It's the other way you could also do this. All right, distribute. That's all we're doing. Okay. Second example, and this does correspond with your notes there. All right, first thing to notice here is that there's a square. So that means this is the same thing as 5 plus 3r times 5 plus 3r. All right, and we could FOIL, as it probably shows you in the notes. All right, or we can use our box. Actually, hold on. I'm going to redo that. All right, so first parentheses, I have one term, two terms. So on this side of the box, I'm going to have a 5, and I'm going to have a 3r. All right, in the second set, I have one term, two terms. So I'll have a 5 and a plus 3r. All right, and then I can make my box. All right, and now I just multiply. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 3r is 15r. 3r times 5, 15r, because there's no r on either of those. And 3r times 3r, well, 3 times 3 is 9. And r times r is r squared, because it's 1 plus 1 is 2. All right, now I'm going to write it off to the side. And if you remember from last week's video, all right, we want this higher exponent first. Notice how there's a 2 here. We want that to come first, because 2 is bigger than all the other exponents that I have. So when I come out here, I'm going to do 9r squared, and I'm going to write that first. All right, now while I'm looking inside, I can notice 15r here and 15r here are like terms. These variables are the exact same. So I'm going to come out here, and I could go 15r plus 15r, but that's the same thing as plus 30r, because 15 plus 15 is 30. All right, last but not least, all right, I have this 25 up here. Notice it doesn't have a variable or the r at the end, so it's going to be at the end, plus 25. And that's my answer. All right, so as I said, if you prefer to do the foiling method that they showed you in Mr. Pinksterhouse's video and in your notes, by all means, all right, that's a valid way to do it. I just wanted to show you another way that for some of you is going to make it visually easier. All right, the last example that I got is now we have two terms in the first one and three terms in the second one. All right, so this time our box is going to be a 2. But instead of going 2 across, we're going to go 3 across. All right, we're going to have 5v squared for one, 5v for the second, and negative 6 for the last spot. All right, now I'm going to have to multiply. V times 5v squared is 5v cubed. V times 5v is 5v squared. And v times negative 6 is negative 6v. Doing the second row, 2 times 5v squared is 10v squared. 2 times 5v, 10v. 2 times negative 6, negative 12. All right. Biggest exponent is this 3 right here. So I'm going to start with 5v cubed. All right. There's not another one out there. So that's going to be my first term of my answer. All right. Next, after 3 comes 2. So I have a 5v squared here. Notice I also have a 10v squared down here. So those are like terms because they're both v squareds. I add 10 and 5 to get 15. So I get plus 15v squared. All right, next is just our normal v's, or v to the first. I have 10v here and negative 6v here. Up. So 10 plus negative 6, or 10 and minus 6, is just plus 4v. And then last but not least, I have to add that minus 12 at the very end. All right, and that becomes my answer here. All right, so as I said before, you can do the way that's in your notes where they show you the distribution, and they take the first v, and they take v times everything this way, and then 2 times everything that way. That is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with doing it that way. All right, I just wanted to show you the box way because for some of you it's a little bit more visual and it's going to help you stay a little bit more organized. All right, how you do it is entirely up to you. I just want to make this video so you would have a second option or way of looking at things, more how I visually done things before. All right, as always, if you have any questions, please let me know. All right, your assignments, those last 10 questions on that last page, that's what we'll be grading. I also want to call your attention to that if you got your assignment from last week done and I sent you back comments with stuff that you need to correct, I would like you to correct those problems. All right, I hope you're all doing well. As always, if you have questions, let one of your teachers know. I will be available all day, all week, and I look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Hope all is well.